Peppa igual a paseca. Todo le molando. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish, so it's kind of hard for me to sing Peppas. But I've tried to give it to y'all because we definitely not hearing it from the Heat tonight. Actually, the game is still going on. There's currently 5 minutes to go. And but going into the fourth quarter, I think they were down 17. And I heard Eric Reed. This can't be true. I mean, it must be, unless he made a mistake. But Eric Reed said that going into tonight, the Phoenix Suns are 39-0 when they have a lead going into the fourth quarter. So when I heard that, I said I might as well get a head start on the recording, but I'm not worried, Heat Nation. I'm certainly not too upset, except that JaVale McGee. That dude is so annoying. I cannot stand that dude. But we blew them out in Phoenix shorthanded. They kind of blew us out here when they're shorthanded. And I know we were missing Jimmy too, but Phoenix is a good team. That's why I'm not too upset. They're just getting revenge for what we did in Phoenix. We've yet to see a fully healthy matchup between these two teams, but you know, we just gonna have to wait till June. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty clear though the Heat's biggest problem was rebounding this game. I'm scared to check what the final rebounding numbers are, or at least the numbers with 4.5 minutes to go. But here we go. The Heat had 31 rebounds total, and the Phoenix Suns had 53. My God. But yeah, you can't win games like that. Going into the finals, that's really something the Heat are going to have to get better at, especially when you see that Ayton had 10, McGee had 15, and Bam Adebayo had a total of, oh, he got 6? When did that man get 6? He had like 2 last time I checked. I was a little concerned because I actually picked the under on Bam Adebayo in Prize Picks for rebounds because he usually struggles with like true 7-footers, which is kind of sad. I know Bam is 17, 6, and 5 tonight, but it's pretty clear he was getting outplayed by Ayton, who only has 19, but it seems like Ayton had a lot more than that, if I'm being honest with you. But the Prize Picks thing really doesn't matter anyways because I had the Kyle Lowry over on the points, and he only took 3 shots today and has 5 points. That is such a stupid bet in hindsight because he had 0 points last game, barely took any shots, but I figured with Jimmy out, he would try to score a little bit more. I guess not. I also had the over on Tyler Herro, which was 21.5, and I think he was probably pretty close. He has 17, so he's probably not going to hit that either. So tough night all around for Heat Nation, including myself. But as far as the game, I really didn't like the way it was going because the Heat got off to such a strong start shooting the ball, and Phoenix was kind of started off pretty cold from 3. But we were down 2 at the end of the first quarter, and we were down 2 at halftime. So you kind of knew that was going to turn around at some point. A lot of that hot shooting was from Duncan Robinson and Tyler Herro, who both kind of sputtered out towards the end. But I do want to shout out Duncan Robinson because he was 5 of 9 from 3. But I think all of that was in the first half, pretty early in the first half too. I don't even know if he came back into the game after that, besides after halftime. But that's kind of been what Duncan's role is anyways. But as of right now, he's still their leading scorer tonight. So shout out to my boy. And like I said before, Tyler Herro also did play really well initially. But coming the second half, we had a classic third quarter. Nobody could shoot the ball. Spoelstra brought in my boy Max Strus, who also kind of didn't help much or at all because he has 0 points. Only took 1 shot, but still, the team was kind of playing bad. There was not much that Strus could do in that spot. I just realized though too that JJ Redick was actually doing the game for ESPN, and I actually like JJ a lot, by the way, because I'm a big fan of his podcast, and I know he's real close boys with Duncan Robinson, so maybe that's why Duncan went off early to kind of, you know, do it in front of his boy. Shout out to all my Debo holders out there. If y'all watching this video, go ahead and comment down below to let me know. And if you don't know what Debo is, you missing out. I got a video all about it. Go check that out too. I think there was more I wanted to say about this game, but honestly, I don't really care. The game kind of sucked, so the least I talk about it, the better. Shout out my boy Will. He was actually able to acquire first row tickets to this game. I'm sorry that game sucked. That's what you get for not taking me with you. But he took his girl, so obviously I can't be mad. You got to take your girl, man. It looks like Devin Booker's checking out now. He finished with 20 points, and my girl is calling me right now, so you know I got to answer that. Hold up, y'all. Okay, I'm back. The game is over now, but anyways, really the only other thing I wanted to say was about Caleb Martin. That was actually really sad and pretty scary. For those of you that didn't see it, he was driving baseline. He jumped in the air, landed awkwardly, and his knee buckled. It looked really, really bad. Now, prior to this, for the last few weeks, Caleb Martin was dealing with Achilles soreness, which was also really scary. And this knee did not look good at all. He went out and did not check back into the game. Maybe worst case scenario, it's a hyperextension. I mean, I am a doctor. I went to 12 years of med school, so I really know what I'm talking about. Maybe he's back for the playoffs. It looked really bad, to be honest, but we'll see. Other than that, I did say on the most recent episode of Heat vs. the World, make sure y'all go check him out, that Devin Booker sucks, because I really think he sucks. I'm not a fan of his at all. I'll make a whole video on that one day. I really don't want to get into it. I'm just not a fan of his at all. And he didn't suck tonight. He had 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists on 7 of 12 shooting. But he did hit the under on Prize Picks, which I picked because the number was 26.5. So he was just barely under, which was good for me because I had a separate bet with the under on Devin Booker and the over on Dorian Finney-Smith, which was 10.5. And right now, Dorian Finney-Smith has 9 points. So I need one more bucket from him, even though the Mavs are getting their ass kicked by the Knicks. But the Knicks, knowing them, they'll probably blow the lead anyways. But speaking of Heat vs. the World podcast, which was like 2 points ago, but still, I want to shout out 2 of my favorite comments from the last video, both my boys from the podcast. One of them is from my boy George, who said, "These are all fire. Keep it up, Anthony." And the other one from the host of the podcast, my boy Joel Jacob, who said, "Heat versus the world legend, Anthony DiNardo." So shout out to my boys. We just dropped a great pod. We do a pod there every single week. So make sure y'all go check it out. That'll be linked in the description below. They got some fire Heat content over there. And if you want a chance to be shouted out in next week's video, go ahead and leave a comment down below. But other than that, the Heat play the Cleveland Cavaliers on Friday night. I think I'm busy after that game too, so I won't be able to get a recap, which is probably a good thing because the Heat have a very hard time with that team, so they'll probably lose another game. Even though Jared Allen is out, I think he's out for the season. What happened? No, he broke his finger or something, or his knee. I don't remember. I think he's out for a long time, so maybe we'll have a better chance to beat them. But y'all will see me sometime later, or not, because you may never see me again. But y'all will find on the next video, or not. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
I need bigger steak, 80s lamb, ISO tank with the pain again. I escape from these famous lands when it's too much and the wheel done jam. Damn, what if I know? Financially free be my idol. Probably get it then I lie low.